I'd like to call to order the Village Board of Trustee meeting for the special Board of Trustee meeting for November 30th, 2023. Can you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Corey, would you call the roll, please?
President DeSimone,
Here.
Trustee Carmona,
Here.
Trustee Franz,
Here.
Trustee Panicola,
Here.
Trustee Perez,
Here.
Trustee Fry, and Trustee Lomax are absent. That is 5. We have a quorum.
At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
We have 2 this evening. The first one is Chris McCullough.
Good evening, I'm Chris McCullough at 829 Brentwood Drive. Tonight, the follies committed by our local government will negatively impact all of us who pay taxes in Bensenville and in the state of Illinois. Information included in the Senior Center discussion makes me wonder if our trustees even read the meeting materials. In a letter of recommendation for a contractor from TRIA Architecture, Wes McAllister noted that 10 bids for the work had been received for the Senior Center build-out. The bid tabulation from TRIA provides information from 9 bidders. Where's the missing bid? It is interesting that TRIA Architecture regularly contributes to Village President DeSimone's campaign fund with a contribution as recent as March 28, 2023. Tonight you will blame the issues with the Senior Center on the requirement to accept the lowest responsible bidder. The construct of responsible bidder is highly subjective as outlined in the Grant Accountability and Transparency Act. This leaves you with discretion. A responsible bidder has experience, facilities, financial resources, and a reputation that supports that they are highly likely to complete a project. I wonder if you are aware of the following. The bid from Empire Construction was $812,500. The next highest bid was $1,125,000 for a difference of $312,500. Empire Construction's base bid was 28% less than the next highest bid and 32% less than the average bid. Is that a responsible bid? You chose not to ask Ali Khan about Empire's work in Washington State. After you awarded the contract, why did you not inquire about the dissolution of their business in Washington State in February of 2023? Did you inquire about the multiple litigation engagements between Empire Construction and multiple labor organizations that existed prior to the date on which you awarded the contract? I do not have time to bring up the activities of other leaders in Empire Construction that have or have had their own businesses that should raise red flags. 10 minutes of research and you would have questioned the recommendation of Empire Construction. Now we are hiring more attorneys to fight some recourse for a poor decision made by the village president and trustees. Those attorney fees paid by us, the residents of Bensenville. There is no guarantee that the attorney fees will be reimbursed to the village. Your lack of care costs all of the residents of Bensenville, including our seniors.
Next, we have Valerie Special.
Good evening, Valerie Special, 120 Forest View Drive. It's my surprise that we find ourselves here on a Thursday. This special meeting was posted on the village website under the agenda. However, one would need to know to check the village website to find the meeting. Upon review over the last month, over 85 pictures of Frank have been posted, showcasing Frank have been posted to the village website, along with 30 of Evan. Why can we not use our Facebook to inform residents of meetings like tonight? Why do we put it on the residents to seek out the information? Does our current board not want people to attend the meetings? With the bare minimum was met with a notification on the village website, but we could do better. Now, the purpose of tonight's meeting is to approve a new no-bid contract to finish the senior center. What has been paid out so far? What is the litigation for the bonds on the liens on the village hall going to cost us? The original bid was for $812,000. With so much demo having been done and drywall being placed, why are we approving a new contract for $800,000? It's only $12,000 of work done. How much is this all really costing us?
That concludes public comment.
This will conclude our public comment. There are no items on the consent agenda. Moving on, resolution of the Village of Bensville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, authorizing the village manager to direct legal action against Old Republic Surety Company by the village's special counsel and negotiate any settlement. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
You have a second.
Being a motion and a second, Evan, I'm sure you're gonna explain this to our residents.
Absolutely, Your Honor. So in village manager school, you always get a surety bond on every construction project that you do. I think in engineering school, they teach you the same thing. In 15 years, I've had a surety bond on every one of my projects and have never exercised that surety bond until today. We all know that Empire Construction went dark on May 31st of this year. Within 24 hours, we had engaged Watt Teeter as our special counsel. They are the preeminent surety attorney in the state of Illinois. And we were able to file default on Empire Construction before they were able to claim bankruptcy. So we were pretty successful in keeping this out of the bankruptcy courts, which gives us a lot more flexibility. Had it gone to the bankruptcy system, we would have found ourselves in a much slower process. Over the last several months, we've been trying to work with the surety, and as we've talked about before at these meetings, sureties guarantee the work of a contract. So while we are out time, we are never out money on this. In fact, we are actually making money. Taxpayers are actually making money on this through liquidated damages. We are assessing $600 a day for every day this job is not complete to the surety. Assuming we were able to start construction today and 90 days worth of construction is ahead of us, we are probably going to have liquidated damages in excess of $100,000. So we've been negotiating with the surety. They've been dragging their feet. The village president was on a call with us as our attorney was explaining this process to us and decided that negotiations weren't going to get us anywhere and we needed to exercise what's called Section 6 of the contract, and that is what we are seeking authority to. Section 6 will allow us to hire a contractor to complete the project and move this surety case to the court system where we can recoup our expenses through that process. The surety backs up everything. It backs up the contract, it backs up the legal fees, it backs up the pod that's parked outside, it backs up the removal of liens on this property. The surety will pay for all of that. So that's the process that we're going through tonight. So there are two items. One is the resolution authorizing me to take legal action. That doesn't mean I'm going to do this. We have one more Hail Mary call with the surety that we're working on scheduling for next week. I think we're in a much stronger negotiating position for that call with this authority in our back pocket. The second one is for Joe Karachi to award a contract to FH Passion. FH Passion was the low bid to the surety when they rebid this project. So this will allow us to enter into a contract with them, complete the project, as well as recoup our damages through the Section 6 process. Does the village board have any questions on that?
I do. So, real quick, there's some people in the audience that are making some points that, did we post this wrong?
No.
Do we post this like we do every meeting?
Every meeting.
Okay. So those that can't understand normal thinking, are we out any money?
We are making money.
So it doesn't cost the taxpayers a dime.
A dime, and beyond that, this whole project is still backed up by a grant from DCEO that you
Which
were able.
didn't cost Bensville residents.
No, you lobbied for that through Representative Willis, and she awarded the
That's what I
$1.2 million.
And just so Empire had how many contracts besides ours?
There were 34 public contracts in the state of Illinois alone. Several of them were schools. Many of those projects are still unresolved with Empire, which is why our attorney is recommending we take this process to move us to the top of that list.
Very good work. Any questions?
By posting this meeting, it got back to the surety, who's based out of Florida, so they were able to see that this meeting was posted, and that actually effectuated the panic call for the surety to go over our attorney to the principal of the firm and try to negotiate with us. So just by posting this meeting, I believe we've strengthened our negotiating standpoint.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 4, the motion carries.
Motion carries, the resolution is approved. Under Public Works is a resolution authorizing staff to waive competitive bidding and enter into a contract with FH Passion to complete the construction of the senior center in a not to exceed amount of $800,000 pending attorney review and DCEO concurrence. Is there a motion?
You have a
Do
motion?
I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second, would you like to discuss this, Evan?
I want Joe to walk through this process. He has been working overdrive to get several significant pieces to line up that I frankly didn't think was going to be possible, but you were able to succeed today. So I want you to go through that process.
Yeah, so the big thing for me was making sure that because we, excuse me, because we have the grant, there are specific procurement requirements that DCEO puts on all of their contracts and all of their grants. Because the village of Bensonville did not go out and seek proposals or bids on this project that's in front of you today, we're taking the actual proposals that the surety did. We have the request for proposal. We have two contracts that were submitted. I have one of them in hand, and that was Passions. So we know they went through a process. Do we like the numbers? No, I think $800,000 is a lot of money, but again, it's all reimbursable through the grant. When you look at the total price of the contract versus what the completion contract is, initially the surety was receiving bids over $1 million to complete the contract. We recommended that, or requested that they go ahead and seek out a couple of other contractors that came in at the $800,000 range. So they should be thanking us really for that more than anything. But I was very concerned about making sure that DCEO was okay with our procurement process. I did receive confirmation from them this afternoon that based on our conversations that they did accept this as a acceptable procurement process and that we can go forward with the award.
We have a boots and suspenders approach to this. Not only will this contract be guaranteed by the state of Illinois, but we also have that surety level insurance in there. FH Passion is a 100% union company. They do public projects like this all over the state. They're probably one of the largest contractors in the state of Illinois that does public buildings. I've been in communication with the Carpenters Union, who has taken, those are the guys who really got slammed on this project when they got laid off. They are very appreciative that we're going the Passion route because it's a strong union shop. So I do think that's important.
So if this project bidded out through Passion at $1 million, would that cost the village any money?
No,
So no matter what the price came out, we were not gonna be out any money.
up to 1.2 million.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
President DeSimone?
Yes.
That's 5, the motion carries.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. We do not have any presidential remarks. Do we have any village manager report?
No, I just want to say that Joe and I now have the authority. The elected officials will be involved throughout this process. I know Village President DeSimone has been on many calls with us and is helping direct this. So while I have the authority, the electeds will still be in the driver's seat.
Do you have village attorney report?
No report.
Any unfinished business come before the board tonight? Any new business come before the board tonight?
Seeing none?
Is there a motion to adjourn? Do
You have a motion?
we have a second?
Second?
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 4, the motion carries.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are adjourned.